morning to you guys here. It's a nippy one here in Florida today. So we are back with the S10, and luckily we had a backup S10. The one that we had really robbed some of the drivetrain from. And George, he's doing what he's got to do. What you doing there, old son?
Oh, I'm just jamming out, doing a little cutting, you know?
Yeah, man.
Chop, cut, rebuild.
Hell yeah.
Is that trademarked?
Probably. So we use adapt and overcome. Just
adapt and overcome. That's
yes,
what
sir.
We're doing,
That's right, man. So these guys look like they're a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out. What do you say so far?
Yeah, it's not too. It's nice and cold out here, you know.
I didn't hear you singing.
You know, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I gotta warm up a little.
Yeah. So we caught George jamming out to some like what is it? Actually, it was like
Santana?
oh yeah, it's like Santana's Oye Como Va. You're like shaking it. Well, you gotta check that out on the Instagram. It'll be up there sometime. So anyway, we'll get this thing out, and we're most definitely going to have to solidify it a little bit better. We're gonna have to reinforce it, probably have some gusseting and a couple of other areas, but it's really tweaked right here. We'll see how bad it is once we get the other one out.
You can see it's not even welded all the way across. It's just kind of tacked in a few places.
Yeah. So it kind of almost looks like it's partially stitch welded, and yeah. I don't even. Yeah, that's definitely not that. So
I was told
therein lies the problem.
I guess it's not good for 750 horse.
Yeah, and we haven't even leaned on it yet. No. So this thing's coming out. We're gonna fix it, tear out the other one, see what we got to do here. Georgie, give me an idea how difficult this has been for you.
It was a little bit of a pain. It really wasn't too bad though. Broke a couple tools, you know. But, you know.
Were they Craftsman?
No.
That's a shame.
That's why they broke.
Oh.
Not Craftsman.
That's a good plug right there.
Yeah. Send me a bunch of free tools.
Hey, Milwaukee.
Those are hanging in there too.
All right, so let's take a look at these guys. I've been anxiously awaiting.
Look at from the top.
Yeah, it's got a little more angle in it than the other one. All right, so this guy right here, most definitely, that's what we see. Yeah, that is tweaked, would be an understatement. Yeah, so cut that guy off right there, but most definitely we can see what happened with that cross member right there. Yowzers.
She's tweaked.
Hey, that's what happens when you make some torque, you know.
That's what you call twisted metal. Yeah, so it was way jacked up because, well, I can go down, but I won't be able to go back up, but watch the pinion.
Oh yeah, wow.
So that's how it was stuck pretty much, because our bar was down, so it pushed us backwards, pushing the top of the diff back. But yeah, we're gonna get her all fixed up, man. This is where it came from, right around our coolant hose there.
Yeah,
we got a fuel line there, so I was cutting on edge, but you know, that's how we do it.
Yeah, it was way more precarious in this vehicle than there was the other one that had nothing. Actually, you had the fuel tank in the way, but I think it
was pretty much empty. I don't know, I caught on fire once, but it was no biggie.
Yeah,
we're cooking with Crisco over here, man.
I like it. All right, guys, we've gone through this, reviewed some of, well, the issues with this cross member, and we're going to fix it in a number of different ways. We got a couple of different ideas. We even bounced it off of you know, an ultra low budget engineer. Hey, Brian.
How's it going?
So Brian is helping us out with this a little bit. And this is not what you expected at all. We were just actually going to be talking about some other stuff today, but I enlisted you whether you like it or not. And so, yeah.
Now we're here.
If it breaks, then we're coming after you. So
now we got an engineer to put his name on it.
All right, yeah, man.
I'm going to stamp it.
Well, cool, man. So looking at what we have here, this thing was stitch welded. So we have like a 1-inch weld there. This thing's kind of pressed there. And we have a long weld there. Now what it did is it tweaked, and because these weren't tied together is what we feel that is most definitely part of the problem. Now what we're going to do, George, show me what you got, man.
Man, we got some 2-inch steel.
That's actually 2.5.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
2.5-inch steel plates to weld right on there, make it extra strong.
So we're gonna do
one there, one there.
We're gonna tie these all together, something like that here.
Together or something.
Yep, we'll clean that up, and we're gonna do that both sides right there, tie this all together, and then from there we're probably going to cut off just this L-shaped part of that bracket. We'll weld all that up on there as well, so we're gonna retain what we have to have for our third link right there on our JSM bracket. So we got some 1.5-inch DOM right there. We're gonna take that and we're going to make somewhat of a triangulated. So we'll mount to right there is what we were talking about. Probably just weld right into there, and then we're gonna go into the chassis. And then furthermore, more of this flat stock right here, we'll plate that to the side and work with that. I think that is gonna be a dramatic overkill for the problem. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, what we were looking at was a torque pulling towards the rear of the car. So you can see with this weld here, it causes stress concentration, which causes the buckling of this C channel. So now that we've tied the top and bottom C channel together, and we triangulate in the back to compensate for the moment that's caused by the 4-link. We're gonna button it up. Oh, 3-link.
Yeah, it's a little different, but yeah. So I think we'll have it, man. I think we all put our heads together, and this is going to be a pretty good solution. Now, Laz over there busy working on some other stuff. Laz is going to come in clutch with the angles of what we got to be able to go from that point to the chassis. Should be pretty straightforward, but that's his area of expertise. So we all got some stuff in there. Let's go ahead and make this happen. By the way, guys, this is like some of the first MIG welding that George has ever done, and dude, knocked it out of the park. Heck
Ain't
yeah.
much, but it'll hold.
All right, let's make it happen, man. Yes! Come on, you gotta have it! Stop. Good. All right, dude.
Now the other side.
You a little winded after that?
A little bit.
Feel the burn? All right.
Been in need of a workout.
I can whack this one in here. There we go.
Lined up?
Yeah.
She's in there?
Yeah, I mean, it needs to go a little bit, a little east and west, maybe, but looking pretty good. Cool. All right, let's get those bolts in there, start welding her up. Laz made some magic happen. George put a lot of grunt in this thing. We all got a little bit of time, and now we have a much better solution overall. So Laz got this, tied it all in right there. George, we had a hell of a time getting this thing out. This was not designed to come out whatsoever. And dude, some major, well, would you say you got blood in it? No blood, but you definitely got some sweat and tears in
Yeah,
it.
definitely some tears.
Okay.
You know, I just realized this is technically the original cross member now. Because remember, we did the frame swap.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
we did
that's
another
right.
swap-a-rooney, so it's original.
This part belonged to this truck, that's right. So in the meantime, this is all back together. This thing had tweaked so much, and we'd had some, well, it was wanting to twist, but now we feel that the location of where we're tying in should be able to kind of nip that in the butt. So we also reinforced our drive shaft safety loop, just making it a little bit safer. Well, last time we were cut short a little bit because of the problem we had. Now we'll be able to take it a little bit farther, and most certainly we want to be able to get an absolute full pull. Yep.
All right, let's break 800. Let's break 900.
Let's get some heat in it. How about that?
Let's break 1200.
Not happening yet.
Let's break the motor.
No.
No?
What's wrong with you?
I'm just excited.
So break it. All right, let's make some power. I'm gonna back it up real quick. I chickened out a little bit here. That was my 4th gear pull. Went about the same mile an hour. Just wanted to check it, guys. That was
5,200. It made 730 pound-feet of torque in fourth. So showing you how it makes more power in fourth. I'm just still a little leery of the overall mile an hour on the drive shaft. This next one will send it all the way, I promise. But we went from 653 torque, how we're loading the turbo, to 730.
You're screwing.
I'm sorry I'm yelling. I'm just a little excited and I have earplugs in. I'm really excited. All right, let me think about this real quick here. So if we're making that much torque, and I have to know how much this thing, in theory, should be making naturally aspirated. This 5.3 is better than the older 6.0s. So people that are putting 6.0s in their car and they're making good power and whatever, this is an obtainable, fairly inexpensive, but super potent package.
I just got hits for 1,500 though, complete motor. So
Yeah, yeah.
Last doesn't have a complete motor
anymore.
Yeah, I think I got a couple other extra items for a little bit more. So I got another ECM and I got a couple of other odds and ends. So
I like how George just keeps popping up and then disappearing.
Well, I just want to make sure the numbers are right. You know how Jeremy is about those numbers. A little, you know.
He
Except
lies.
Dyno numbers.
He lies to me about it all the time.
Yeah.
how much did you spend? Oh, just $50.
50?
Hopefully she never
50
sells
bucks?
it for
Plus
what
$16.50.
you have in it.
Dollars? Yes. Hold on.
Are you a little bit excited or what? Because you
Oh,
look
hello.
really excited. All right, hey, should we have final dyno number guesses?
I mean, 800, I guess. I'm happy as could be right now. On horsepower.
If we made 80 more pound-feet of torque, we should make almost 80 more horsepower, which would be right on par for like about
810, 820.
yeah.
All right,
810,
I'm
820.
going 814. Laz?
822.
822 from Laz. Brian?
I'm gonna have to go with my my lucky number attached to the 8, so 817.
825, I guess. All right, guys, to get an idea here, I had to know what this thing should be making roughly naturally aspirated. Now, granted, we have exhaust manifolds on, we have turbos attached to it, whatever. We're just hitting 9 pounds of boost, so that means that we should be seeing about 60% power gain. We're roughly about 450 to 465 wheel horsepower naturally aspirated is what we would have had with this, with our heads and cam package. I can't believe this. 9 pounds of boost, 797 horsepower. Never.
Hey.
Sorry.
Take an earplug out, dude.
Sorry, I'm loud. That was 6,100 in fourth gear, and it looks like we are barely making it on fuel. I might be able to make this work, so we are just dancing on the razor's edge of what we can do. So we can always throw methanol on it, but I mean, this is incredible. I mean, let's rev this a little higher because it's gonna make power out farther.
Let's make some power!
That is unbelievable. Like, we're not even trying. We're on gates, guys. Gates. I am so impressed. Like, seriously, dude. Like, I thought we were going to have to work for it to make it break 600, but it was like, yeah, I mean, that's just a drill bit away.
I would have been so happy if it made 600.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal was 850.
Dude, I mean, that's incredible. I was like, it'll take probably 13 pounds to get to 850. I remember saying that over and over. Yep, 13 pounds. Dude, we could probably run 11 pounds and make 850. So we could probably run 10 pounds with methanol, make 850. I forgot to mention, so guys, it's a small, it's a small, big deal, if that makes sense.
What?
It's a big, small, big deal. Yeah. All right, we have an accurate speedo. So when we get our dash, I just took the factory, well, what's in the freaking transfer case?
Yeah.
I took what's in the transfer case and I did a quick little calculation, and we have a totally 100% accurate speedometer, which is going to be great whenever we have to get time to put the cluster in.
And that's factory wiring harness, like factory parts.
Dude, all this is possible with HP tuners. I mean, the guys that have helped, like Standalone Harness and I mean Motion Raceworks, some of the information we got from them, some from Standalone Harness. I mean, these guys, awesome information, man. This time it's gonna make more power yet.
Woo! That's what we like to hear.
It's still freight training. That was like 6,400 RPM and 733 pound-feet of torque, and it's rich, dude. We got everything
The
is
fuel
like
pressure stayed
totally working well.
Is the light even on? Because
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to put the front shaft in and see what it does.
Yeah.
But it's spinning like crazy, so
Yeah, dude.
good job, guys.
Holy
this is freaking
moly.
cool.
this is awesome.
Yeah,
You
dude,
guys
this-
did awesome.
I'm like, I can't believe this went this good, this smooth. I mean, dude, one setback on a totally green deal.
And honestly, that was a pretty crazy setback.
It
And
was
the
a
fact that the
wild-
next day
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
back on the
Next
dyno
day,
and you just
next
made
day.
that much power, that's insane.
Dude, these guys killed it for sure.
Yeah, give me a high five, baby.
Come on. Come in here, man. Dude, this thing is so nasty. Guys, if you ever get a chance to come out and see this thing in person, it is a whole different ball game than what you're seeing at home right now. But I mean, it is wild. Anybody that's seen it in person has been like, dude, that is so badass.
Okay, but on that note, what are you taking to Cletus and Cars Houston now?
Oh, we got something. Hey, we got something coming in though for Uncle Sam, and we haven't said anything about it, but stay tuned. It's still gonna make more power. It's gonna make even more power.
I think we should take this because Texas is the truck scene, though. We'll flip a coin.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Heads
It
will
could be
take
as simple
this,
as that.
tails we won't take that.
What if we take both?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us with this whole, this whole S10 project. We got so much support from you guys. We know that this is like, we want this to be like our Leroy, and we are going to try and see it through. Man, what a wild ride so far. And we haven't even really totally tapped it yet. So this is incredible. I mean, if this is what it's like just starting off like that, boy, it's going to be wild.
Work with us?
We can build on this. One thing's for sure. If your paint don't run, your truck don't run.
I'm going to point out that wasn't me, but whatever.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. It has been an awesome experience, so thanks for coming along with us. God bless you guys. We'll see you next episode.